Hey garden friends, it's Destry. Welcome back to my Oregon yard. Today I'm going to be doing a couple of projects here near my greenhouse. I'm going to be potting up a couple rosemary plants. I'm going to be treating for budworms, and then I'm also going to be taking you through some ground covers. So today I want to show you all the ground covers that I got and what I'm planning to add to my garden, and then we will get some of those planted up today. So it can be really difficult to always feel like you have to mulch your garden or add compost to the garden, which are both great things for the garden, but sometimes you just kind of want to have a more lush look too, and you want to add more ground covers. Ground covers can help you with a variety of issues, right? Also, I have noticed in my garden areas that get hot, more warm, sometimes it's nice to have those ground covers to sort of insulate the ground and keep the irrigation that I'm putting in the ground, all the water I am giving the plants, kind of keep that in place and keep the roots of the plants nice and cool. I recently went to a couple different garden centers, but one that I went to is Owl's Garden Center in Sherwood. And I have a different video about that, and I will link that at the end of this video. But I went ahead and got like lots of good, what I think are going to be good ground covers. So let's go ahead and start with that. All right, well, let's go ahead and look at some of these beautiful plants today. I'm excited to share these with you. Now, one got a little bit too much sun, so I'll have to show you that one. But this one is a pink Santa Barbara daisy. And so here is the tag on that. And the flowers are really tiny, and these ones are kind of a purple color with a yellow center. So this one is supposed to kind of trail, and then I think what'll happen is these little tendrils will kind of, poke down into different areas and spread that way. Let's hope that's how it works. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's by rhizome. I'm not sure. I haven't tried these. And this is the one I let get too much sun, you guys. This is an Oregonyardening. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. It's Ericeron. Profusion, and this one you can see it got kind of crispy, so that also tells me it needs more shade. But anyway, it's a white flower with a yellow center. So these, I believe these were next to each other in the garden center, so I think they're the same family of plants. I'm kind of assuming that. And so yeah, I'm excited to give these two little ground covers a try. Okay, the next one I have, I'm really thinking this is going to do well just from the look of all the roots on the bottom of the plant. It wants to go. So this one is for the ground control. This one is a bugleweed. Ajuga is another name for it. And this one's called the chocolate chip. So I liked the structure of the leaves. Now I have some other ajuga in the front of my garden, front of my yard, and it has spread quite a bit. And it's really pretty. It has kind of a purple tinge to it, and you can see this one already wants to go. So I think this one, I've also noticed it holds up to quite a bit of heat. So I'm excited to give this chocolate chip a try. Okay, so the next one is a Summer Skies Snapdragon is what the tag says. I'll pull out the tag for you there. So this one has a really small purple flower, and it kind of reminds me of like a creeping thyme. That's just like the look of it kind of. But again, I was looking for these ground covers, things that would potentially flower. So I'm excited for this one. I know I keep saying that about all of them, but I am excited. It's fun. So anyway, this one, let's cross our fingers. I'm hoping with all of these that I can, look closely at the tags and figure out, do they need sun? Do they need more shade? This one is not necessarily a ground cover. This is kind of for a different project. Oh, there's a wasp that wants to check it out. This is an Ostrospermum Sunshine. And again, this is kind of for a separate project, but I thought I would share it with you since I got it in the same box here. I got two of those. This one is another ajuga. This one is a fancy finch. So again, look at the leaf structure is kind of different than even the other ajuga I just showed you. So they had a really good variety there of ground covers. I was really impressed with just the whole section there, which is kind of the reason I thought, okay, I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to grab some of these today. These look great and healthy and a good variety so that I could get this project going, right? Sometimes you just got to jumpstart yourself. This one has a white flower. This is a thyme, creeping thyme, and it flowers white, it says. So there's not a picture on the tag, but I have another area where I put a creeping thyme, and I'm really hoping that will, you know, create this beautiful, just like carpet, right? This soft ground cover. And of course it smells good. And I'm assuming you can use it culinary. It's really pretty. Okay, this one is kind of a bigger one. This one is also an ajuga. This one's the Caitlin's Giant. So you can see how big and vigorous this is. I would assume you need to put this somewhere where you really want a plant to take up a lot of space, probably in a short amount of time. And isn't it beautiful though? I just thought it was really pretty. I like the structure of the leaves. It kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, a brassica or something. I'm not sure. Maybe like a lettuce or a. Anyway. Okay. Next up, I got to dig in my box here. Oh, this one's another one from this Footprints is the name, I think, of the company with the little frog on it. So that's cute. And this one is a white alpine geranium. So here it is. That's kind of a smaller one. I think it does bloom white. I'm trying to look here. I also think there's a weed in here. Yeah, this is not the same plant. This is a weed, I think. Hold up. Okay, that was weird. So I think it's that part. I hope we can kind of see that. Kind of cute. I hope it has a white bloom. We'll see. Okay, one more of this one. This one is a pink chintz. Pink chintz thyme. Creeping thyme. Again, it has the purple flower. So just a different one to try. And then this one is also for a specific project. This one is called an Alternea Red Thread. And I got two of these and I got them for a specific project. The same with these orange. You guys, I have some Halloween ideas, some spooky stuff. So I'm kind of like gathering plants as I see them for like fall. But isn't this one cool? Now I have noticed it does not like sun. It wilts. So I actually got to move these today and get them out. But isn't it cool? I'm really excited about this one. All right, I got to finish up because it is getting hot right here. So this one also came from Al's. This is a Blades of Glory, a lily tuft mascari is what it says. So I assume this one will also spread. Now I only grabbed one of these and I'm kind of kicking myself. I kind of wish I would have got two. I just think it's really pretty, and I think it's kind of like a grass, like it'll kind of, you know, spread a bit. I noticed my black mondo grass for the first time this year has like some spread going on, so that's really exciting. And then I've never tried these. I've heard of them. This is a Jewel of Desert Garnet ice plant. So tell me if you've ever tried an ice plant as a ground cover or just whatever. It does have these blooms, and again, they had more colors there too. But I think this one can kind of take over and spread, or is considered a ground cover. Some are red with pink, great for ground covers, containers, drought tolerant after planted a year. So that's pretty cool too. So there's a good drought tolerant idea for you. Okay, and then these are not necessarily ground covers, but they will spread as perennials for me in Zone 8B, and that is yarrow. I got two new yarrows. I got this one and kind of more of a lavender one. I'll grab that one in a minute. This one has those kind of reds and kind of cherry colors that I really, really like. So I grabbed that, and I need to get that in the ground. And then let me grab the other one. So here's the other one. It's more kind of pinks and blush and purples a little bit. The light isn't great on my camera. It's more, I would say it's more lavender in person, but I'm really excited to have a couple more yarrow. So the other thing I want to try to get done today is to plant these two rosemary bushes. Now I just got these, I believe, at the Home Depot, and I have the pots available. So I'm going to go ahead and get these planted up really fast. Hopefully that'll be a quick project. So this one is the Agapanthus Neverland. And so agapanthus have these kind of big purple blooms more in the fall. But I liked this one. It's a little bit smaller variety, and it has that stroppy foliage with kind of a variegated look. And the tone of the foliage, I would say, is not like a dark green. It's more of a chartreuse. So anyway, I got that one out at Garland Nursery. I went to Garland Nursery at one point in the summer, and I didn't make a video about it. I do have a different video about going to Garland, so I'll try to pop that one in there for you. I went about a year ago, and it's beautiful. It's in Corvallis. But anyway, this one is really cool. I'm excited to try this perennial. A couple other plants I got out at Garland. This one, so I wanted some um, eucalyptus, but she said this one is not actually a eucalyptus. It's a parahebe. So it's a type of hebe, but look at the structure of the leaves. It kind of looks like a pointy eucalyptus. I think my lighting is kind of bad right here, guys. I'm really sorry. But you can see it blooms, and it's got these kind of pointed leaves. So anyway, I grabbed that. Now this one is a eucalyptus. This one is the eucalyptus Little Sally, it's called. And so she said this one would survive outdoors. So it's got really pretty kind of elongated, stems and leaves. And then this one over here is another, I believe, type of eucalyptus. And so let me grab the tag on that. Sorry, the lighting's bad too, and the dogs are barking. This is a eucalyptus Nicolai narrow-leaved black peppermint gum. So anyway, I'm excited to have a couple new kind of eucalyptus in my garden. All right, well, I got 2 of the ground covers planted. Still have more to go, but I got one of the ajugas and one of the thymes planted there. And you can see I have some other things kind of planted here. I have a little fern back here under that little trellis that's trying to do its thing. And I have some lamb's ear back here and a really pretty, just some other pretty stuff. And then I kind of have a collection of containers back here, 2 of which are my skeletons for Halloween time. So I'm going to be reusing those again this year. Anyway, and I've thought about planting this twirly grass here. I've thought about just popping it in the ground. I have 2 of them now. This is the older one. But you can kind of see where it's all brown. That's where, last winter I felt like it didn't do very good outside. So I'm not sure. But anyway, I got 2 little ground covers there, so I'm sure these will take off and do really well here. Right, Milo? Right, Milo? Yeah. So over in this area is where I'm thinking about popping a few more, planting, I should say, a few more ground covers kind of down under this Japanese maple and maybe back in here. I did put some Loma coral sedum there, so I'm hoping it will perennialize, and you can see the dogs have been running over it, but, we'll see. We'll see how it does. And so this area here, as I was thinking about adding a few more things, in fact, I might add, I kind of wanted to add those yarrow, but I'm not going to do that because the dogs will just, they'll just take them out. So I'll have to do the side yard for those. But right down here, I think I want to do a few more ground covers today while I'm at it. All right, well, I got 5, I think. So I've got this one, I got that one planted there. Those 2 that were similar, that's the one I had to cut back real hard. I don't know if you can see it. My camera's not focusing on it, but there it is. And then I did the one with the purple blooms there. And then let's see, what was the other one I did back over here? I guess that was the only one there. And then that's the one I did the other day though. That one I planted the other day, that one that looks like a sedum. And then that purple one I planted today. So I've been working on that bed a little bit. And then here's the other blades of glory that I planted over here. And I think that looks really nice with the hosta there. And then my hydrangea in the background. So I'm hoping this will take here. This ground is super hard, but we'll see what happens. Right, Milo? Well, I'd like to get more planted right now, but honestly, the temperatures are getting really, really hot. It's been in the 90s here, which is pretty, I mean, it's sort of regular for like summertime, but it's also like pretty hot for us. So I'm gonna take a break on this, but I'm gonna come back. Let me show you the topiaries I got planted, or the rosemary. And then I still have more plants in that box, a few, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to them today. All right, so I did flank my entrance here with the 2 rosemaries, but that's probably not going to be their permanent home. I just have them there now because I need to water them in, but you can see I still have quite a few ground cover. So when it cools off tonight, I might take some of these to my side yard or keep going on this project. And then I'm not sure about all this eucalyptus. I'm not sure where it's going yet. I'm kind of envisioning it in pots, but I don't have any pots right now. So that might have to be a project for another day. I have to say my green stalk is like blowing up right now with strawberries. Look at all these gorgeous ripe strawberries. Let me turn this around so you can see. I need to get my son out here and get picking because we have a lot of really nice strawberries here to pick. Well, as with any garden project, I mean, I feel like there's always more to do, right? So anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I hope that you like checking out all the ground covers that I picked up, and I hope this video was motivating for you to get out there and try maybe some different ground covers, or if you have some cool ground covers, maybe divide them and like share them with friends and family. They can be just a really fun thing to add to your garden. So if you like Plant With Me videos, go ahead and watch this video next. It's a really fun one as well. And if you need me, I'll be doing some gardening. I'll see you guys later. Bye.